1. He bought his first stock when he was 11 years old. While most 11-year-old boys were playing baseball and reading comic books, Buffett bought stocks. In the spring of 1942, at 11 years old, Buffett purchased 6 shares of Citi Service Preferred, now known as Citgo, for $38 apiece. 2. He made $53,000 by the age of 16. Even since he was young, Buffett's been not only tactful, but also an extremely hard worker. At age 6, Buffett traveled his neighborhood, selling sticks of gun in packs of 5 for a nickel each. When Buffett's father became a congressman, his family moved from Omaha, Nebraska, to Washington, D.C. Buffett delivered the Washington Post every morning and brought in about $175 a month. That's more than most teachers made during that time. He also pursued a few side gigs such as selling used golf balls and collector stamps and buffing cars. By the time he turned 16, he had amassed the equivalent of $53,000. 3. He was rejected by Harvard Business School. After graduating from the University of Nebraska in 3 years, Buffett applied to Harvard Business School. But during a brief interview with the school that would determine his I wrote them a letter in mid-August, Buffett shares. I said, "Dear Professor Dodd, I thought you guys were dead, but now that I found out that you're alive and teaching at Columbia, I would really like to come." And he admitted me. 4. He eats like a 6-year-old. Buffett's secret to staying young? Coca-Cola and ice cream. In an interview with Fortune, Buffett claimed he is 1/4 Coca-Cola. "If I eat 2,700 calories a day, a quarter of that is Coca-Cola. I drink at least 5 12-ounce servings. I do it every day." For breakfast, Buffett often frequents McDonald's for a bacon, egg and cheese biscuit if the market is up, or an austere 2 sausage patties if the market is down. On most days, Buffett will visit his beloved Dairy Queen for an ice cream dessert. 5. He's lived in the same house since 1958. When you think of a billionaire, you typically think of mansions, vacation homes and expensive cars. That's never been the case for Buffett. Perhaps that's why we're all so fascinated by him. Buffett has lived in the same Omaha house since 1958 that he originally bought for $31,500. The house is a simple 5-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom house. 6. His father-in-law told him he would fail. After proposing to his wife in 1951, Buffett's father-in-law asked him to come over for a talk. Turns out, his father-in-law didn't have much faith in Buffett and his plans for the future. In fact, he was adamant that Buffett would fail. Buffett recalled the words from his father-in-law during an interview with CNBC, "I just want to absolve you from any worries. You're going to fail. And the reason you're going to fail, my daughter." 7. People will pay millions to have lunch with him. Who wouldn't want to have lunch with the Oracle of Omaha? Without a doubt, there's a lot he could teach you. Some people are so eager to sit down with Buffett that they bid up to Since 2000, Buffett has held an annual fundraiser, auctioning off a charity lunch with him on eBay. In 2019, an anonymous bidder was so eager to sit down with Buffett, they placed a bid of $4.57 million to have lunch with him. The money raised went to the San Francisco-based anti-poverty charity Glide, and the winner gets to invite 7 friends to lunch with Buffett at Smith & Wollensky Steakhouse in New York City. The auction has raised more than $25 million in total. 8. In 2013, Buffett earned $37 million a day. By the end of 2013, Buffett had a net worth of $59 billion, up from $46 billion at the beginning of the year. On average, Buffett made $37 million a day in 2013, which was fueled by rising stock prices. 9. Nearly 94% of his wealth was earned after he turned 60. Success comes at any age. Although Buffett was extremely successful before the age of 60, his net worth was a noted $376 million when he was 52 years old. 99% of his wealth came after he turned 50. At 89, Buffett is worth $81.7 billion. 10. He's never tweeted before. Although Buffett has a Twitter account, @WarrenBuffett, with more than 1.25 million followers, it only has 9 published tweets, and it turns out none of them were written by him. I have this friend that talked me into getting a Twitter feed. She's put up a couple things. But, the answer is I've never tweeted anything really myself, he told CNBC. 10. He spends 80% of his day reading. From the moment he wakes up, Buffett has his nose in a newspaper. In fact, he estimates that he spends around 80% of his day reading. When asked the key to his success, Buffett pointed to a stack of books and said, "Read 500 pages like this every day. That's how knowledge works. It builds up, like compound interest."